Discipline is the single most underrated skill in the world, and yet, it's the one thing separating the people who talk about success from the people who actually achieve it. Most young people believe that freedom comes from having money, from traveling, or from quitting their 9 to 5. That's a fantasy. Real freedom doesn't come from luck, connections, or even intelligence. It comes from discipline. Discipline is the engine that powers everything else in life. It's what allows you to wake up when you don't feel like it, to do the work nobody else wants to do, and to build a future that most people can't even imagine. Here's the truth: motivation is fleeting. You don't get rich by feeling inspired for 2 weeks, then quitting when the excitement fades. Millionaires don't rely on mood or inspiration. They rely on systems, routines, and habits that they follow every single day without exception. Discipline is the bridge between your current reality and the life you want to live. If you learn to control your actions, to control your focus, and to control your time, freedom isn't a dream, it becomes inevitable. Discipline doesn't mean living a boring life or depriving yourself of happiness. It means choosing long-term results over short-term gratification. It means saying no to distractions that steal your energy, attention, and focus. It's choosing to work when others are scrolling social media. It's waking up early, working late, and putting in the hours that most people aren't willing to put in. It's grinding in silence so that your results make all the noise. Every successful entrepreneur, every top performer, every person who has reached the kind of freedom most people only dream about has done this. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't wait for motivation to strike. They created their own rules, and they followed them with relentless discipline. When you develop discipline, time stops being your enemy and starts being your ally. You start to see opportunities that others miss. You start to make decisions that compound in your favor. Every day becomes a step forward, every habit becomes a building block, and every action compounds into results that most people assume are luck. That's the paradox. Discipline may feel restrictive at first, but it's the only thing that creates real freedom. Without it, you're trapped by your impulses, your fears, and the world around you. With it, you're unstoppable. Discipline also teaches resilience. When you commit to doing what's necessary rather than what's easy, you build mental toughness. You learn to push through discomfort, to embrace challenges, and to thrive in situations where most people give up. Freedom isn't just financial, it's mental, emotional, and spiritual. Discipline creates a mind that is unshakable, a character that is unbreakable, and a life that is uncontainable. Finally, discipline is contagious. When you practice it daily, it shapes your environment and the people around you. You attract others who value action, results, and integrity. You build a life where excuses are irrelevant because your standards are non-negotiable. You stop being a slave to your circumstances and start being the architect of your destiny. So if you want true freedom, the kind that allows you to live life on your own terms, you need to master discipline first. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop relying on luck. Stop chasing shortcuts. Discipline is the foundation, the secret weapon, and the unfair advantage that will allow you to reach levels of success most people can't even imagine. And the best part, once you build it, nothing can take it away. Freedom isn't given. It's earned through relentless, unshakable, daily discipline. Let's be honest, most people think wealth comes from luck, inheritance, or some magical business idea that drops out of nowhere. That's not how it works. Real wealth comes from one thing: skills. Hey Val, you skills are the foundation of every successful entrepreneur, every young millionaire, and every person who's broken free from the average life. You can have motivation, you can have hustle, you can have a million excuses, but without skills that people are willing to pay for, nothing changes. Skills are leverage. They are the tools that turn your time into money, your knowledge into income, and your effort into results that compound over time. The more valuable your skill set, the more control you have over your life. Think about it. Someone who knows how to sell, how to market, how to negotiate, or how to create content can always find opportunity. Skills are currency, and if you master the right ones, you'll never be broke, stuck, or powerless again. Not all skills are created equal. Some skills are cheap, replaceable, or only useful in a very narrow context. Learning how to fix a broken bike or make small talk at parties might be fun, but it won't make you a millionaire. The skills that build real wealth are high-income skills, skills that businesses and individuals will literally pay thousands of dollars for. Copywriting, sales, digital marketing, media buying, consulting, and entrepreneurship. These are skills that create real leverage. They scale, they allow you to serve clients, start agencies, launch products, and generate revenue that grows exponentially. Building skills isn't about looking busy or collecting certificates. It's about results. You need to practice, fail, and refine until you can produce outcomes that other people cannot. Stop thinking in terms of years or degrees. Think in terms of value. What can you create that someone else is willing to pay for? That's the mindset that separates young millionaires from everyone else. Skills aren't just tools, they are freedom. The more capable you become, the more options you have, the more money you can generate, and the faster you can scale your life. The key is mastery, not exposure. Don't chase every new trend or platform. Pick one skill, focus obsessively, and become the best in your space. Competence breeds confidence. Competence breeds income. Competence builds wealth. Once you have one hive, you can leverage it into other skills, other businesses, and other opportunities. You become a force multiplier. Your knowledge and your ability to deliver results are what make you irreplaceable in any market. Here's the reality. Degrees, luck, and connections fade. Skills last. They travel with you, they compound over time, and they are always in demand if you choose wisely. If you want to be a young millionaire, stop hoping for external opportunities. Start building skills that turn you into the opportunity. Skills are the engine, money is the outcome. Master your craft, serve your clients, create value, and wealth will follow. When it comes to success, most people focus on motivation, hustle, or the latest strategy. That's a mistake, because here's the brutal truth. Your environment is more powerful than your motivation, more influential than your education, and more responsible for your results than any plan you make. The people you surround yourself with, the spaces you inhabit, and the culture you immerse yourself in will either lift you up or drag you down, and often you won't even realize it. Environment is everything. Take a look at anyone who has achieved extraordinary success. They didn't just get lucky or have a rare skill. They were shaped by their environment. They chose to spend time with people who were smarter, faster, and hungrier than them. They absorbed habits, attitudes, and standards that pushed them to levels most people can't even imagine. Now look at the average person, surrounded by mediocrity, distracted by noise, and numbed by comfort. You can have all the talent in the world, but if your environment is weak, your potential will never be realized. Your environment is not just the people around you. It's your physical space, your routines, your digital world, and even your thoughts. If you're constantly scrolling social media, watching shows, or consuming content that doesn't serve your growth, you're poisoning your mind. If your home is cluttered, chaotic, or uninspiring, it will sap your energy. If your inner circle is filled with people who complain, doubt, or settle, their mindset will rub off on you. Success is contagious, but so is failure. You need to be deliberate about what enters your mind, what fills your day, and who fills your life. The best young millionaires understand this. They curate their environment like a garden. They remove distractions, cut toxic relationships, and seek out mentors, peers, and communities that challenge them to be better. They work in spaces designed to maximize focus and creativity. They limit their exposure to negativity, envy, and stagnation. Every choice is intentional because they know that small influences compound over time. One conversation, one habit, one book, one environment can completely change your trajectory if it's aligned with growth. Environment also creates accountability. When you surround yourself with high performers, you can't hide behind excuses. Your standards rise automatically because you see what's possible. You learn faster, act faster, and execute at levels that people in weak environments can't even comprehend. On the other hand, if your environment allows laziness, comfort, and low standards, your ambitions will wither. You can blame yourself all you want, but the truth is, your environment sets the stage for your results. Here's the most important part: you have the power to change your environment at any moment. It's not just about moving cities or buying fancy offices. It's about the people you choose to spend time with, the content you consume, the routines you commit to, and the mental spaces you occupy. Upgrade these things, and your life will upgrade automatically. Ignore them, and no amount of skill, motivation, or effort will get you where you want to go. The reality is simple. Your environment determines the speed of your growth, the level of your results, and the quality of your life. You can be the most talented person alive, but if your surroundings are mediocre, your success will be mediocre. Conversely, if you immerse yourself in the right environment, you will absorb excellence until it becomes part of who you are. Environment is leverage, environment is power, environment is everything. If you truly want to be a young millionaire, start by auditing your world. Remove the people, habits, and distractions that drag you down. Seek mentors, communities, and spaces that elevate you. Your environment isn't just a background, it's the foundation. Build it consciously, and everything else will follow.